Reading a great book right now called How Champions Think by Bob Rotella, and he talks about how top golfers, a lot of the time, they don't have any really unbelievable skills. They're just really solid and steady in what they do, and they're just really consistent, right? And they're not going out there and just making unbelievable shots every time they're up to tee. And he gave the example of Tiger Woods. He said, he was a guy that didn't hit the ball he is a guy, I should say, is a guy that doesn't hit the ball very straight off the tee when he drives it, right? But overall, he makes up for it by being consistent and steady in other areas. And the same is true in sales. A lot of the time, I think if you actually listen to me closing people on the phone, you would think, well, that's pretty ordinary and he's messed up here and there. And that's par for the course with a lot of top salespeople. Is there's times where they fumble things or they mess up or whatever, but they just kind of keep doing what they're good in, and they're very consistent. And they stick with the process, right? And just being patient with the process and doing things. Like, there's going to be times where you're going to fumble something. It's going to seem easy, it's going to seem good, and then you blow the deal by doing idiot type things. And this happens to top athletes too. There's times when a top golfer should go out there and he should just be able to pop that ball right in the hole nice and easy with an easy putt, and they'll mess it up. That's just the way it goes. It's going to happen, but they have the confidence to know that overall it's going to make up and they're going to be able to get the job done. It's the same thing in sales. There's going to be times where you're going to fumble things or mess things up, but if you're good and sticking with the process and being content with that and knowing that overall it's all going to win out and play out and have confidence that way, that's the name of the game. So just be really patient in the whole process with things. Don't really go out there and force things. A lot of time, guys will try to do unbelievable things, trying to force the sale, trying to do all kinds of manipulation and really force things when they're not there. It's the same thing in sports, right? You see athletes will try to force a play and they end up screwing up versus just being content with the process and just going in there and doing what they're good at, right? It'll overall just play out in their advantage to doing things. And Bob gives the example of golfers who were in a tournament or in a few tournaments where they had a caddy that was telling them, you know what, you should try to do this and try to just go for the big huge shot and the Herculean shot, right? Because the caddy was there kind of pumping him up, versus that golfer staying in what he knew he could do and his own game and everything like that. And it ended up hurting him, right? Because he went through those huge Herculean efforts and he was forcing the play, and it ended up being disastrous, and it ended up costing these golfers a lot of big points in tournaments, and they just fell right out of where being in the top. So the same thing can happen in sales. Just be nice and consistent and steady, continue to get a little bit better every day, and that's the name of the game. You don't need to go out there and hit the grand slam every single time. So this is Kerry Sullivan with another How to Kick Ass in Sales.com tip of the day, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.